For Agnivees. This article talks about the nation faces threat not just for land, water, the sky, but also for cyber tech, Internet of Military Things, and artificial intelligence. There is therefore need for better equipped and more prepared military. Agnipath Yojana is to lower the median age of our personnel. Need for it was felt after 1962 war with China. Decades later, the Kargil Review Committee also highlighted the same. In Indian Army today, only 19% of the personnel are below 25 years of age, whooping 19% in the age group of 36 to 40. Since both China and Pakistan have mountainous terrain, units with a lower age profile will perform better in such areas. The scheme aims to enroll the Agnivees who is between the age of 17 and a half to 23 years for 4 years. After the completion of these 4 years, 25% of them will be retained or enlisted in the regular cadre, while remaining 75% will be demolished with an exit package of nearly 12 lakh rupees. The government will also help the disabled disbanded Agnivees to start the next phase with bank loans, which will be extended to them on priority. The proposal to reserve 10% of job vacancy in Union Ministry of Defence. This is an addition to the existing reservation for ex-servicemen. It has been announced the 10% reservation as well as upper age limit relaxation for Agnivees for recruitment in CAPF and Assam Rifles. The concerns being raised over young men being left jobless and educationless are also unfounded, because the National Institute of Open Schooling has announced it will institute a special program in consultation with defence authorities to enable the Agnivees to further their education, obtain class 12 pass certificate. The Ministry of Education has decided to launch a 3-year skill-based bachelor degree program for serving defence personnel that will recognize the training they have received during the stint time in the armed force. Several states including Assam, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh have announced a preferential recruitment for Agnivees in the police forces. Those serving in defence forces are the real heroes of Ma Bharati. As PM said, reform may appear unpleasant temporary, but they are beneficial over time. The path of reforms takes towards the new targets. It's time to dispel myth and clear the rumours and welcome the new dawn in the country's defence force. Next article that we are moving into is related to US top court overturns Roe and versus Wade end abortion right. US Supreme Court on Friday ended the constitutional protection for abortion that has been placed in nearly 50 years in decision by its conservation majority to overturn Roe versus Wade. Culmination of decades of efforts by abortion opponents made possible by an embodiment right side of the court that has been fortified by three appointees of the former President Donald Trump. The public concerned a law enacted in 2018 by Republican-dominated Mississippi legislature that banned abortion if the probable gestational period of the unborn human was determined to be 15 weeks. The White House had been preparing for this moment since the draft of decision leaked in May. Now that it is out, the ruling will test both the Biden's politics and his policies, which prohibited the states from banning abortion before fetal viability, the point at which the fetuses can sustain life outside the womb, currently about 23 weeks. Next article is a sad day for the court and the country. Biden. US President Joe Biden on Friday criticized the US Supreme Court ruling overturning the landmark Roe versus Wade decisions on abortion, saying health and life of American women are now at risk. It is a sad day for the court and for the country, he said. Next article is all about Ukraine troops to leave the city in Lushansk at Russian advance. Fall of Severodonetsk would leave only Lushanka. From the city of Severodonetsk, fully occupied Kherson town, south of strategically important city of Lushansk in the east Lushansk region. This is what all about. Next article in the economy is related to avoid disruption. RBI extends the card tokenization deadline by 3 months. This article is all about RBI on Friday extended the timeline for card tokenization of debit card and credit card by 3 months till September 30, 2022. After September 30, no entity in the card transaction or payment chain other than the card issuers and card networks should store card on file data or storage of actual card data. Card holders can create a token, unique alternate code in lieu of card details. These tokens can be stored by the merchants for processing the transaction in future. These tokens can then be stored by the merchants for processing transaction in future. Expiry card on file citing cardholder convenience and comfort for undertaking transaction in future. While this practice does render convenience, availability of card details with multiple entities increases the risk of card data being stolen or misused, RBI said. Given the fact that many jurisdictions do not mandate additional factor of authentication for authenticating card transaction, stolen data in the hands of fraudsters may result in unauthorized transaction and result in monetary losses to cardholder. As of now, about 19.5 crore tokens have been created. Opting for creating tokens is voluntary for the cardholders. Next article that we are moving is related to IR said to be Niti CEO. After 6 years long stint, Niti Aayog CEO Amitabh Kant is set to leave the government policy think tank at the end of the June. He will be replaced by former Secretary of Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation Parameswaran Iyer, who spearheaded the government's Swachh Bharat mission. Iyer's initial tenure will be for 2 years, according to the notification issued by Department of Personnel and Training. That is what all about in the newspaper. If you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section. If you like the video, please like, do share, comment and subscribe. Thank you.